burped on me. He just burped on me.
He did?
You see the state of those brushes?
Votre toast, je peux vous le rendre, Seigneur, Seigneur, car avec les soldats, oui, les toreros peuvent s'entendre, pour plaisir, ils ont les combats. Le cirque est plein ce jour de fête, le cirque est plein du haut en bas. Le spectateur est dans la tête, le spectateur s'est tombé après fracas.
Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be talking about different ways we can increase our immunity to disease. And you guessed it right, the main method is through exposure. Just by watching this video, you'll become immune to so many diseases. Lundas, I just want to clarify something. He didn't dip that brush in anything. That brush came out of his toolkit and immediately onto my eye. It was already ready. It already had the product. This was a common theme with this makeup artist, Lundas. He was a recycling king. All his brushes and sponges already had product in them. I mean, look at the sponge. It stunk. So Linda's, a good example of how dirty his brushes were was when he started doing my eyeshadow, and you can see like the line that was cutting my crease so perfectly. It was actually because the brush was dirty, or at least it had other products on the other side, so it was just like staining my eye.
Enchanté.
He also had this thing where he was very driven to get into my brain. He would put his finger on my forehead and literally, Lundas, it would leave a dent. And I mean, it was very intense because the red spot on my forehead stayed for like a couple minutes before he put his finger again and formed a new dent. He was trying to read my mind. He was trying to get into my brain. But he'll be greatly disappointed, let me tell you, because there's nothing in there. I'm undead. I literally look like I'm ready to be on some zombie apocalyptic show set. Like, I blend in great there as a prop. But Lindas, it didn't matter how I looked anymore, because this brush has entered the chat. This brush is the enemy. I mean, she's a broom. She's not a brush. Dipped in mud, dried up in the sun. So now it's extremely hard, cracked. And the sheer force this man was using on my eyes with this brush. Oof. Oh my god. It was extremely painful. Ma'am was not working. Look, it's just so dry. It's literally dry. There's nothing else to say about it. So just when you think this was over, he managed to find a flatter, stiffer brush. Why? How is this gonna help? What is this gonna do? It's definitely not gonna blend anything. It's only gonna scrape my skin off. So I have a trivia question for y'all. How do you get this brush to be dirty? I mean, this is literally just a brush to brush your eyebrows. There's very little things that can get this brush dirty. Why is it dirty?
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
So we love that he has foundation mixing palette. We love that. But do you see what he was doing, Lindas? He was digging deep into the lightest shade he had. And I mean, I'm happy it was not orange. I'm satisfied. That's enough. But it was just so much. I was just hoping he was gonna make me a little more alive. And instead, here we are looking ghastly. He put one layer and I'm already looking cakey. I guess it's because it's a pretty high coverage product, and I personally would go for something a lot less in quantity if it was this high coverage. But yeah, that explains probably why it was extremely cakey, apart from the fact that he was nailing it down into my eye. Anyways, he relined my eyebrows with a darker shade. I mean, my eyebrows, I guess, they're okay. At least he didn't try to tint them. And then it was time for everyone's favorite segment of the makeup. The eyeliner. I especially love staring straight at the process while he attempts to poke my eye. Actually, attempts. Scratch that, pokes my eye. It's so exhilarating, you know, to see, oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Oh, he did it! Oh! It's like watching a football match. Or fencing. It's like watching fencing, except the opponent is on the ground, defenseless. Lindas, if I saw myself walking down the street, I would change sidewalks. I would run the other way. Who is this psycho? I think the makeup artist realized I do look kind of scary, and so he decided to make me look a little girly by adding just a little bit of blush. Just a tiny, tiny bit of blush. Lindas, I know what you're thinking. Judy, what? I thought you said you didn't look dead anymore. Well, it's the lips. The lips, they revived me. Wow, that was dirty. My dermatologist, she's gonna hate me. I don't have one yet, but I will need one after this. Man!
Your lips are not the vibe.
Why?
They're just not.
You don't like watermelon?
That's more peach.
Oh my god, it was absolutely disgusting. So the sponge, it was drenched, okay? It was drenched foundation. Mans thought it was enough to go wet it and then come back and use it.
A biome. His entire equipment looked like a biome. Everything was all over the place.
Yeah, and he was
There was
like,
more makeup on the lids than there was in the actual sockets.
yeah, he grabbed the brush and he just used it without dipping it into anything, and like it worked. He was just looking at his brushes and like his stuff, and he would just like rummage through it and then pick something and just do something. There was no process. Yeah, exactly. We need to wipe this ASAP. ASAP. I absolutely love it. I feel like a rock star. I'm literally gonna piss myself.
Okay.
Okay, let me know in the comments below.
This is what it looks like after finishing a few hours over at the battlefield.
Autre toast, je peux vous le rendre, Seigneur, Seigneur, car avec les soldats, oui, les toreros peuvent s'entendre, pour plaisir, ils ont les combats, le cirque est plein ce jour de fête, le cirque